Good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your financial market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening as we're sitting here now on Monday, the 13th of October, 2025, about 6:20 p.m. Central Time. So last night what took place is instead of the market cratering again, because I believe that the Chinese and Vance and Trump all toned down everything to do with this tariff war that they're getting themselves further into. The market took that as a very positive sign, rallied. Certainly it was a day of celebration as we saw the Israeli hostages released, but I warn you, this truce is on razor's edge. You haven't seen Hamas give up its weapons. You are seeing Hamas policing areas. That wasn't supposed to be. They have said they won't do anything till they know who is going to be in control of what. And we all know that the governance has not been set up. So it's wonderful that live people have been returned on both sides. Palestinians saw detainees and prisoners returned. We want to see the trucks keep rolling in. But just keep your eye on it all. These things have a way of blowing up in the Middle East like nowhere else. And we'll see if, with any luck, maybe something can hold here. Maybe. Okay. So, huge rally in the stock market today. Again, AI driven. Not everything rallied, but a lot did today as the market went back up. Gold market rallied. Silver market setting new records. You're $51 now. So this market just exploding to the upside. Copper was up 23 cents today. Platinum market coming back up. The dollar up as all that's going on. So you still have a fear trade going on. Now, people have asked me, how high can the gold go? I go, as long as the buyers keep coming out, that's it. Central banks are buying. The Chinese people are huge buyers from everything that I'm reading. And nobody's addressing the debt issues in the world. So those are still elements very much that are going on, and you have to pay attention. On the energy markets, OPEC came out today, and they were talking about, oh, they see demand doing so and so, and their production so on. And they are continue to put out a more favorable analysis, whereas the IEA is nowhere near what they are in terms of friendly. Currency markets, you can see all over the board. You're still off the high in the Bitcoin, about $10,000 off the recent highs. Got to see where this all wants to carry the market one way or the other. There's a lot of news tomorrow for a change. Remember, today was Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, whatever you feel comfortable calling it. Everything gets pushed back a little bit when that happens. So Red Book sales tomorrow will come out at 755. They've been running with about a 6% increase. Due to the holiday, API numbers that normally come out tomorrow afternoon will be a day late. And the same goes for the EI petroleum stocks and for the propane and heating oil numbers. Natural gas is the way to look at it. That's all back one day. What isn't back a day is all these Fed speakers. We have Bowman. Powell will be speaking tomorrow. Everybody's going to listen to every word, especially that he does. Governor Waller and Boston Fed President Collins. They're all speaking tomorrow. Different subjects, but let's see what they do. Powell will be speaking on monetary policy. So that's where we're at with that. All right. On the S&P, for the week, you're up 1.4%, making back some of the loss. Let's see if I can get this to do what I want it to. Yeah, it's going to do it right here. Bingo. You lost 2.49% last week. You got back half of it. Okay, that's pretty darn good. You can see how the market plunged. You had your big move back to the upside, but this market has more work to do. Could it go vertical to the upside? Yes. Do I think it will? No. You can see how you've got a higher high and a lower low. And I wouldn't be surprised if you start fighting at the 18-day average. And if I take you to that, just so you can see it now, let's get to today. Look what the market's doing. So you're making a run at it again. We'll see if it can get to it and if it can fight its battle there. When I take a look at where the market is with Bollinger Bands, you got under it on Friday, you're back into them today. 95% of the time, you stay within the bands, the black bands. Momentum, you lost it, but you're instantly out of being overbought. So now the question is, how does the market grab its footing? I would look for support near term at the lower Bollinger Band, let's call it 66.28, and near term resistance 67.27.5. And obviously the big resistance is new highs. When you go to the NASDAQ, you went from the upper Bollinger Band to the lower band, kaboom, all at one time for all purposes. And again, it all happened so fast that you normally get overbought. In other words, you leave the bullish embedded reading, you become overbought. That all happened in 24 hours, 48 maximum, that now you're just neutral in momentum. You fell back, if you look at the Dow, from the upper band to the lower band, found your support, and now I look for the resistance at the 18-day average. Same thing in the Russell, no change there. Then in the DAX, as other markets fell back, this market did too, and it's now finding its support at the combination of the red line, which is the 18-day average, and the green, which is the 100-day average of closes. And here too, you had lost your bullish reading in momentum up here, and you went down and found the support at the 18-day average. That happens quite often. When we look at the 10-year notes, the market's fighting a huge battle at the upper Bollinger Band, and it's overbought. I think the pro money's taking money off the table right now. 2-year notes, I see the same chart setup, same way. When I look at the dollar, higher lows, higher highs, embedded reading, I think on the pullbacks, the market continues to get bought until it loses that reading. In the eurocurrency, look for support as the market hits the Bollinger Band, moves to the right-hand side, and then gets sold again because you're getting that embedded reading at work there. In the Aussie dollar, continues to fall down. So the market is oversold, hit a downside, major number, the lower Bollinger Band, and now what was support, I'll call it the 100-day average or theoretic support, at least the market did stop there, on the way back up could offer some resistance in the market. Bitcoin, well, as you can see, it just came from, let's call it the 127,000 level for all purposes, back down to under 115,000 in 6-7 business days. If you're in it, that's a big loss. That's $10,000 plus. In the Brent, lower highs, lower lows. So yeah, it gets a little bounce off the OPEC. Does that look like a bull chart to you? Not to me. You had a bearish crossover over here. You did fall down. So it is oversold, so I don't think new money's going short in it, but I don't see any reason to buy it other than covering shorts. I don't see any trend at all in WTI, higher high, lower low, but obviously a market with downside bias. Same in the heating oil at this point in time. And in the nat gas, look, it could make it here. It doesn't have to. It's already very oversold. But the analysis that we talked about, that it should have resistance at the upper band, absolutely did work itself out. And that's the beauty of that. So, if you'd like to see my research, what I write, I wrote on Sunday about a silver squeeze in London that's taking place, prepping my traders for that last night. And obviously today you're seeing some of that take place. Well, you come up here, there'll be an icon over here for YouTube, and I'll have one on our website that you click. Just go to iraepstein.com, research, sign up there, and you get into the letters and all the ideas that I put out. I'm Ira. I'll catch up with you all in the morning and in the other videos tonight. Have yourself a great evening, and go Bears. Maybe we get lucky tonight. Take care.